tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Carolina Panthers and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Hi again, everyone. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. And Charles, you take a look at this.
Mike, ready? Black, what do you got? Check, 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 check. Check, check, check.
Now they try the right side here. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. The numbers for him from a week ago. And Charles, how do you think he ran the football?
I thought he definitely had his moments. I did think that they could have utilized him a little bit better, and I'm definitely going to keep an eye on him to see how they're going to use him this week.
And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5. He was locked in last week, NFC Offensive Player of the Week in Week 2.
Clear some space in the trophy room. He won it last week. He's thinking he's going to get a few more before this season is over, maybe even starting with this game.
Winston from the gun on 3rd down. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 14 yards there and a Buccaneer first down. He's trying to parlay that great performance last week, NFC Offensive Player of the Week in Week 2, into a great performance in Week 3.
And the way he was able to do it last week, he started off doing it again this week. Energy, the way he comes off the line of scrimmage, attacks the defense, sets them back on their heels, and he finds openings as a result.
Let's bring it.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll only get a yard, maybe 2, up to the 46.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Jameis to throw it. Completes it to Miller. And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45.
Let's go. Let's go.
And they just keep marching right along. First down on a pickup of 8 there.
I don't believe that this opening drive is surprising to either one of us after the time we spent with the coaching staff and players prior to the game. What about you?
Absolutely. Not only that, but that big article in this paper this morning about their philosophy on starting games like you're shot out of a cannon, and that's what they've done. Very methodical here on this first drive.
Yeah, so many teams talk about that fast start. We're actually seeing it happen right here in front of us.
But now the kicker. Can they cap it off by putting the ball in the end zone? 15 yards as Tampa Bay picks up the first. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Pick it up, guys. Pick it up.
They'll run it now out of the gun. He'll get about 6 there as he takes this one down to the 24-yard line. And after his performance last week, everybody saw it unbelievable. You can expect a heavy dose of him again, I think.
Without a doubt. I mean, why wouldn't you? Because
rush coming, and he's taken down. Marcus Davenport, the first rounder out of UTSA with a sack.
Well, enough takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
And he's not going to sniff the first down here. He stopped at the 25. He's able to chew up 8 yards on the carry there.
Ready. Blue ready. 54. You must be dreaming.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And an alley to run. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 36 yards on the play.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. That one 28 yards on the ground.
And it is still early, just the first quarter. But you start prorating the numbers, and we might be in for some history. I mean, that last run puts him over 100 yards already, and we've still got 3 quarters to go.
So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line. They'll run it now out of the gun. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. Getting the sense Charles are going to put big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. Well, they're making a real first-quarter statement with a run game, no doubt.
For those who remember old-school football, running it, establishing things, seeing backs find holes, get through them, they've got to like what they're seeing from this unit so far. Right now, they've decided to, as you've said, establish the run game, and they've been successful doing it.
Wait.
From the red zone now, Winston looking for his running back, and he's got it. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up 1st and goal. Goal line offense, something they've really been emphasizing in practice lately. Now they have a chance here to put all that hard work to use. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. A great effort there. His 11th touchdown of the year as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. And he was excellent on that drive. He deserved to be the one to get across the chalk.
Oh, I agree with you totally. A workhorse on the drive, and how about that last decisive run to punch it in?
And here it's just a simple question of whether or not the ball broke the plane. Well, I said it's simple. It's not really that simple. This could be really complicated.
We would love for it to be simple, to know that it did actually cross the plane of the goal line. But as you described, it is a difficult call. All it takes is a portion of the ball crossing that line. Now the officials have to determine if that happened.
Check, 59. Tackles. Let's keep bringing it.
They'll try to run this one in. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. A great play there. His 11th.
Ready. Black, put it down behind.
Now a handoff looking right. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Hey, stop. Wait. Johnny.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Winston. And Josh Hill has it. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. A big pickup there, 18 yards and a Buccaneer first.
It's so important to tackle well against these guys, but you and I both know that's easier said than done. When the guy you're trying to tackle looks like this guy.
And it's usually going to take more than one man to get him down, and it did right there. Now a handoff here to his running back. And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. On 2nd down and 4. Winston to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
When you got your backs in the shadow of your goal line, you've got to be physical in that situation because there's not a whole lot of space, not a lot of wild plays that can be run there.
It's put up or shut up time. Defense. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. And a pair of rushing touchdowns now for him in the first quarter.
And I'm liking what I'm seeing from his big guys up front because they're winning the leverage
Blue 80. Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
Now they'll run it on the toss. He'll have a first down past the 40. And he'll take this down to the 40-yard line. He's able to rip off 32 on that one. It's a first down. Down. 17-0 our score after one. So the big play moves them all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. 15 yards as Tampa Bay picks up the first.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
On 1st and 10, Winston. He finds his target. It's Evans. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. First down, Tampa Bay there, a gain of 13. Now they try the right side here. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Second and 5 now. Winston, it's Hill, complete. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. The Bucs on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage.
That's where you belong. Ready? Blue 80. Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Watch the run. Watch the run.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Break that. Black 22. I got you, punk. He's coming. Double up, double up.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It's a gain of 11, and the Bucs have a first down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13.
Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4. Let's go, D. Switch. Hey, alert 3, alert 3. Green, triple T. 54. Let's go.
They'll try to throw now. Winston. Open man is Hill. He's got it. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
First down, Winston. That's complete into the hands of Myers. A gain of 6 there on first.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Right back to him on first down. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. A loss of 2 there, second down.
Well, Brandon, he's had a great day, but sometimes the other guys make a play against you. What's that expression they like to use in the NFL? Those guys get paid too, you know.
Yeah, in college they say, hey, they're on scholarship too. In the NFL, they're getting paid too. With the day he's had, you can have one going the wrong direction. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. It'll be a gain of 6, and that's going to bring up a third down. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
And he is not going to get to the marker as they stop him short at the 14.
Ready. White 25. Check Mike 54. Mike 54. I'll get him. Get him.
They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he spins through. Room here to run. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Still 2 more.
Ready. Blue lady. Mike 54. Don't let him breathe. Hey. 5 on the 50. Let's go.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Winston. And this is caught by Evans. A big pickup there. 18 yards and a Buccaneer first. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
Check. Watch 54. Watch 54.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. A 10-yard touchdown run as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit, get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing and every...
Hey, ready. Blue lady. 54. Mike 54. Hey, D-line, let's get in there.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
You know how we get focused at end of the half and end of the game situations about how much time's on the board and, you know, what you need to do? Sometimes you don't even have to worry about that. That's just smart football. You know, that kind of a lead, staying in bounds, it burns clock, even in a situation that we're not really focused on it. Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. He'll be tackled shy of the 35. Pretty shifty footwork, but didn't buy him much. In on the tackle there, Luke Kuechly. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now a handoff here to his running back. Give him 8 yards there. Still a few inches to go, though, as it'll be 3rd down and about the length of the football.
Check. Block 54. Block 54. Guys, escape.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. 1st down Tampa Bay there, a gain of 13. CD, he is getting closer. He just went past 18,000 career rushing yards, just a few hundred away from Mr. Emmitt Smith.
And aren't you glad we don't have to go down and interview him after the game?
I don't want to talk to him.
Because you know we'd have to ask him about the record. He doesn't want to talk about it at this time, I'm sure. But the countdown will officially begin.
Yeah, it's the elephant in the room. Everybody knows he's knocking on the door. Flash the stick skills on that run, but then stop shy of the 35. It's a 6-yard run, leaves him with about a foot or so here still to go to hit the marker with 3rd down coming up. Play number 7 coming on this drive. It's 3rd and inches. And he'll give it here to his running back. It's a gain of 3, and it gets him to 1st.
So far this season, this is an offense that's proved its ability to move the football. I mean, they're in the top 5 in the NFL and picking up 1st downs, and they get the conversion here. And I think a lot of that is due to how they win on 1st and 2nd down, because that leaves them 3rd and short, 3rd and manageable.
And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. A great play there. 32 yards as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. And that rushing touchdown is 4th, puts him just 1 shy of the NFL record in a single game.
And we all know he would love to get to that record and even beyond it. But he...
Now a handoff here to his running back. And they'll get him down up past the 15. 14 yards there and a Buccaneer 1st down.
Partner, I think that play echoed a short yardage run. I know they're backed against their own goal line, but when they stack the defensive line like that, if you find any type of a crease, you're up to the 3rd level before you know it.
He's got a 1st down and more past the 30. The 40, 30, 10, touchdown, Tampa Bay. A big play there, 84 yards, as his guys continue to pour it on. Well, I'm just not sure what more we can say about him after that one.
But we're certainly going to give it a try, aren't we? Because I believe we're watching greatness personified. It has not mattered all game long where they've handed him the football.
Check. Block 54. Block 54. Stay with him.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Shreds him with a stiff arm. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. That good for 22 and a 1st down. Well, that looked like an example of what you said back in the 1st half. A running back of his size can really wear down a defense. I think he's starting to do that.
I think you're exactly right. And know what else he's doing? He's inspiring the rest of his team because they see this starting to happen as well. So that means they're going to redouble their efforts to help him out. Extra blocking, getting downfield, helping him out.
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. They'll run it now out of the gun. That burst good for 20 and a 1st down.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he's got room. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. A great effort there. 36 yards as his guys continue to put this one out of reach.
There's no doubt in my mind.
And do you hear that? Do you hear the...
It's not scales, right? I don't hear scales. Do I actually hear a tune being warbled?
I think the fat lady's humming.
Yeah, she's doing more than...
Ready? Move ready. Right there, 54 miles. Got to do better. Come on, let's go.
They go play action here on first down. Well, he stays up. And it's caught. The tight end Hill. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30.
Here we go.
A really nice gain of 25 yards. They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. But as many people pointed out to me, it's a video game, man. Go ahead and put the numbers up. Sportsmanship, not an issue.
Exercise those fingers.
Face mask. Defense.
They're down here in the fourth, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration. Not a good play.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Watch the pass.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Winston. Open man is Myers. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. The Bucs on 3rd down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. And he's got it. Call it a 3-yard gain, and that's going to make it 4th down.
Ready? Black, can you do that? Mike is 59. Mike to 59. Watch the screen.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Gets around him. And some room to roam now. They'll get this one down near the 20-yard line. Just shy of the 20. That one good for 33 and a first.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Now a handoff looking right. And he'll keep it moving down to the 15-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. On play action, Winston. This is Miller, complete. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down. Winston now just 1 misfire so far after that last completion, 15 of 16. It's 1st down. A solid run on 1st down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3. 4th quarter, you've got the lead. You have to stay in bounds and run that clock. Coaches, that'll drive them crazy.
Sacrifice a yard or 2 if you have to. Just go down, inbounds, keep that clock going. It's almost like he...
And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. Timmy Jernigan with a sack. Well, you don't usually get a sack from a nose tackle spot, but we got one there.
No, we don't, and a lot of the times in passing situations, they end up off the field anyway. So how happy was he to work his way back?
And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. 15 yards as his guys continue to pour it on. And, partner, are you kidding me? With this game that he's having, we are in uncharted waters like we've never seen before.
Just think, if he keeps every football from all the touchdowns scored today.
Ready? Blue way. Mike, forward. Man, I got you. Let's go.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them. But all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter in the zone. The ball seems bigger, and he's just whacking it. These guys, they've got it going today.
5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. Flip. Let him go.
On third down, Winston. He's going to air one out. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it... A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory, and the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week, we'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points, allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Bucs, it's back-to-back victories now after the Week 1 defeat as they move to 2-1. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the San Francisco 49ers. Meanwhile, for the Panthers, they too will exit with a 2-1 record. And they'll try to turn things around next week as they have a matchup in New Orleans against the Saints. Thanks for tuning in, everybody, alongside Charles David.